Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast show for the average Joe. This is the Inspiration Station, the Wrestling Diaries. I'm your host, Mitchell Roulaine. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast. Leave us a review. It helps us show up in the algorithm so people can find our content. Go to YouTube, the video content, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more content. We release once a week. It's a show where we talk about the struggle that is manhood and general emotional health. I never really thought about it till now, but that's my niche. I have to go with it because the marketing agency that I'm like working with, they say I have to have a niche or a niche market for me to get out there, because if I'm distributing to everybody, I distribute to nobody. Hey, if you guys at Electromagnetic Marketing are watching this, appreciate that. No, I do really appreciate that. But seriously, it is about people looking for general emotional health. What does the regular average Joe wrestle with? Emotional stuff. Emotional psychological health. It's an epidemic. Today we have the beautiful, wonderful, mysterious Dunya Rombats. Oh, wait. She's not here. She's not here. She's supposed to be here. She was scheduled for 1:30 today, but she didn't show up. She canceled on me because she doesn't like me. I'm not important enough, right? I guess I have to be as like popular as like Robert Downey Jr., Matthew McConaughey, or Joe Rogan or something like that for her to make time for me. In her stead, though, is our mutual friend between me and Dunya, Mr. Lucifer Wolf Constantine. The crowd goes wild. What is up, brother? Thank you for filling in for Dunya.
No problem, man. I was just talking to her this morning, and she told me that she had something come up, and she was like, "You should do it." And I'm like, "That's a great idea. Let me hit up Mitchell right now."
Yeah, I didn't know what was going. You texted me that, and I was like, Is he being for real? I don't know what's going on right now. I was also like in and out of a nap. But yeah, and then I was like, oh, he was talking to Dunya, and yeah. Hell yeah, I have it. And so now I'm going to tell you this. This is what I was going to tell you before we started rolling. You, out of any of the guests I've ever had, have the shortest time span from where your last appearance on the show to now your second appearance. Like you were like, he was episode 68, and I think we're on episode, I think this is 74. This is 78? Okay, so only 10 episodes removed. Out of anybody of the repeat guests I've ever had, you were the quickest one, my friend. The quickest one to come.
Isn't that like 3 months?
Yeah. Yeah. But before that, it was like 6 months was the shortest time. So my friend Rain, mine and Matt's friend Rain, hers was she was the quickest repeat guest I'd ever had on, and hers was like 6 months, maybe 7.
Oh, wow.
And so now you beat her record. So boom, Rain. You got to be hitting me up for a third visit. You got to beat my boy Lucifer here. So you were talking to Dunya, like, you just like talking to her on the phone or like through messaging or?
Yeah, Dunya's been very supportive towards my mental health. I've been speaking to her almost every week.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a second. Why is
that a baby?
Anyway.
Or a dog?
No, it's my sister's dog. I'm watching her for a couple
weeks. Okay. He sounds like a human.
Yeah, she's whining because someone's knocking next door and the walls are thin.
Oh, no.
Princess, go lay down.
Was that her too? Get out of here. Get out of here.
No, it's just outside. Why the hell is someone knocking? Give me 1 second. Someone's knocking on my door.
Matt, don't cut this out. This is awesome. Do not cut this out. This is content.
Just have noisy neighbors then.
Yeah, that's so fun. I love his. I feel like he redid this, the spliff talk thing on the wall. Look at it. It looks like more bigger.
A little bit more professional.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, he definitely redid it because it was
that's
smaller.
vinyl.
That looks good. It's really. We need to get.
Some sort of vinyl cutout.
We need to get some shit.
Unbelievable. People don't know how to text me first.
Oh, what's wrong? What's up? You got to go?
No, someone was
buying weed.
One of the young artists in my neighborhood wants me to do a recording session for him later.
Oh, okay. Was it going to be like some chick, draw me like your French girls, Lucifer? Tell me like your French girls. But anyways, you were explaining this, how you keep up with Dunya and you were talking. Go back into that.
Oh yeah, so Dunja's been very supportive towards what I've been doing, and she's been a very great help to my mental health. At this point, I feel like she's like an older sister.
Okay.
So like, talking to her, besides talking to my therapist, helps me feel a little motivated, because she tends to be inspiring, but she's also very motherly and nurturing.
Yeah.
So that helps me a lot, because it makes me feel like someone actually cares about what I'm doing and is interested in how I'm doing it, and is willing to listen to all my thought processes and craziness that goes on in my head. Like she's been a very, very, very good friend.
Yeah, she is. She's very mature. She's very smart. She's wise beyond her years. But she also has a little girl charm to her. I was listening to her the episode that she was on the first time she was on the Wrestling Diaries. I was just like listening back to that, because I'll usually do that if I have repeat guests, so I can like, stir up the content they had on before and kind of lay it out again. But yeah, she has she's very mature and stuff, but deep down inside she has this like little girl's mentality. And you can tell when she like laughs, she has like a certain giggle, and it's very like girl-like, not woman-like. And that's not an insult. It's actually really sweet and cute.
No, yeah,
and I have this, there's a book about like laughter in people or something like that, about like what laugh means to a person and like what they on the inside, because it's showing that. So it's like somebody who's like laughing or crying, and they're showing you who they really are. There's no like filter there. It's just pure emotion coming from deep inside. And I feel like, she has, she's got a cute little girl trapped inside the body of an Amazon.
Right?
Yeah.
She does look like
she
Amazon
is an
warrior,
Amazon.
bro.
She's tall, she's fit.
Warrior.
Yeah.
And then when she talks, she's just so sweet.
Yeah, and I can see the motherly and big sister thing. I could totally see that. I could never look at her like that, because I would never want to cuddle and other things with my sister. But
I'll cuddle with my sister. I'm
really?
affectionate. I grew up with two sisters.
Well,
so
I don't want to kiss my sister.
I was the oldest boy from my mom. So growing up with two younger sisters who were only like a year or two gap between our ages, I grew to become very affectionate. That's why I'm very in touch with my feminine side.
Yeah, same here. I say, well, here's the thing. I don't want to cuddle with my sisters now, but I used to when I was like a little boy, because they're much older than me. Yeah. Let me walk back on this. I would never want to date my sisters. That's why Dunya could not be. Yeah. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Well, I'm kind of joking. I don't know. Hey, the next time you tell her, talk to her rather, you got to tell her she has to listen to or watch this episode. Well, first of all, just because she needs to support me, because she likes me and stuff, right? But also because you filled in for her, so she owes that to you and me to see this episode.
I'm sure she's gonna watch.
So she can listen to all this stuff and take mental notes. Maybe she'll go back and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna start not liking Mitchell again because he's crazy." Oh my god! Actually, you know what? Hey,
I don't blame you, bro, because I find Lenja very attractive as well.
Yes,
like, even her voice is very attractive.
Yeah,
like it's crazy.
She's very attractive.
But I'm very appreciative to have her as a friend and support. She's great.
I haven't talked to her in a very long time. That's why I was thinking about her a couple of weeks ago. And I was like, man, I haven't like reached out to, I mean, we've probably like said hey or something through social media or something like that, but we haven't actually talked. And I was going to like be like, hey, let's have a call or something. I haven't talked to you in forever. I miss you. And I was like, actually, I'll just do the thing. I'll just ask her if she wants to be on the show again, and I'll have a show and we'll do a catch up. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. 2 birds, 1 stone type thing. So I'll have to get her rescheduled pretty soon because I want to see what her life has been up to and chat with her again. I was going to say, let's do a role play though, right? So since you're replacing Dunya, you go into character right now. You be Dunya, and I'll be me playing me, right? I'm going to play me like if I was somebody else trying to play Mitchell, but I'm actually me playing me. So, and go. Hey, Dunya, it's Mitchell, the host of the Wrestling Diaries, with my deep, sexy voice and razor sharp charm. What's up?
Hello, Mitchell. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, honey?
I'm doing good. I really appreciate you bringing me back on the show.
Of course. I mean, you're great. You're funny and awesome, and you're just super gorgeous.
Oh, stop. You're crazy.
Are you still? Are you still dating that super big muscular guy that could kill me? Yeah, when she was on the first episode, she was talking about how her guy, like, because I would send her voice messages, like we do sometimes. Like I'm just doing the voice because I'm driving or just I don't have time to type. And he was like, "Oh, is that guy with the really like sultry, seductive voice that's messaging you?" Yeah, she said that, and I was like, "Oh,
really?"
And then I was like, "Oh, that's fine. He's in England. He can't get to me." Oh my god. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Because I think that's why one time, because I don't call her at night, at like too late anymore. Because I keep forgetting that she's in a different time zone.
Yeah, 6 hours,
So
right?
I try not to call her too late because I realize that my time frame of talking to her is between like 9 in the morning and like 2 p.m. Because any later than that, like there was one time I called her and she was like whispering, like,
"Oh no,
like, are you okay? Like, do you need anything?" And
Yeah.
I'm like, I just kind of wanted to talk, but we can talk later, because she sounded like she was trying to hide, like talking to me or something.
She's like rolled over to the side of the bed, like this.
Okay, well, we'll talk later or talk tomorrow. And I'm like, all right. And then like she hung up, but it gave off this little vibe, like almost like we're having an affair.
I love it. Meanwhile, her boyfriend Hercules or whatever his name is, he's like, "Who the f*** was that? Who's calling you at this time of night? I'll crush him." I don't know if it's probably not his accent. I'm sorry. We're joking around, Dunya. If you listen to this episode, I'm just being funny.
Yeah, we love you.
Yeah.
We're sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry. I apologize in advance. I'm high. Don't listen to me. Oh my god, dude! I went to Colorado for the holidays. Colorado, yeah, went to Colorado, and that was really fun. Got to see the Rocky Mountains for the first time, and I went to a natural hot springs. Like it's like the hot water comes like deep from the earth, like from the volcano or whatever that's dormant in the mountains in the Rockies.
Mhm.
Dude, so amazing. Imagine like a hot tub where like you get in it, but there's no chlorine and stuff. It's all these natural minerals and silica and just all this just stuff that's in there. And it's just like everybody, like the people I went with, all of our skin and hair, we all look like models the next couple days. Cause like it just saturates you with like natural minerals, like feeds your hair and your skin and all that. Not to mention it feels incredible. Like, have you ever gotten to a jacuzzi or hot tub of any sort? Yeah, it's like that, except better because it's coming from the earth.
Wow.
And yeah. So nice, dude. So cool. But
Bro, that sounds amazing.
yeah, we got pretty lit too. So yeah, so being out there already is really relaxing and stuff, but then also being getting a little high, everything's extrapolated times 20 or whatever. So I could feel every like I was like digging my hands into the rocks and the sediment, and I was like, oh. Also, dude, I was like, they had a big pool. They have like a giant size, like Olympic size swimming pool, but they pumped the hot spring water into it. So, right. So you could do that, or you could go into the actual where the rock quarry is and go into the rock pools. That's the natural ones. And then they pumped, and then they had a steam sauna where they pumped the natural spring water into the sauna. That was really cool. Wow. Yeah, I was in the pool, man. I had to borrow some swim trunks because I forgot some, and the gentleman I borrowed them from was like a bigger guy, so I had to like tie the waistband, but I didn't tie it good enough. And so I'm going to like hop out of the pool, and I press up, and I jump out, dude, in my shorts. Just like the girl behind me, she saw like my ass and probably the silhouette of my testicles. Like, I looked back at this girl, and she like looked at me and kind of turned away, and I was like, ah, damn. It's all right. My butt's not that bad. It was a good time though, man. I definitely recommend anybody who likes exploring the mountainside and all that, or just likes beautiful scenery, to definitely check Colorado out. And if you want to get marijuana for free, or not for free, but for legally. Yeah. They have like dispensaries and like little bars, little like pot bars. It's pretty cool. Dude, so like a gram, I probably shouldn't be talking about, who cares? A gram out there. So a gram like here would be like $10 to $20 a gram of cannabis. And a gram there, well, in the dispensary we were at specifically, we went to one that was in the mountains, like a mountain town. It was $2.50.
Get the fuck out.
No, $2.50, my friend,
bro.
for
I'm
a gram.
Colorado, I'll thrive with my show in
Yeah,
Colorado.
that's what you need to do. You need to move out to Colorado. Where the at Jersey or somewhere?
Yeah, Jersey, bro.
Yeah, you got to get out of there.
I have to buy a dime from the smoke shop now, for $10. I mean, they take card, but you get taxes like $10.60.
Yeah.
But if I want like an eighth or more, it's like $40, $80. It's like almost $300 for an ounce.
Jeez.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy, dude.
It's crazy.
That is absolutely nuts. Yeah. Yeah. You should, what I would do is I would set a vacation out there first, right? Just go out there and check it out. And then, I mean, hey, I feel like you're not, well, I guess you've got family and stuff. I don't know how you feel about like just up and moving or whatever, but I feel like you would.
I don't give a fuck.
I feel like you would thrive out there.
I was just
because you'd be around like-minded people. Everybody's real chill. Everybody's real sweet out there too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I would just leave. I'm not close to my family. So.
Okay. I mean, I imagine so. You changed your name to Lucifer. You family. Just kidding, Lucifer's family. Much love from the dirty South.
No, I mean they probably do feel that way though.
Well, hey, what are you gonna do? It is what it is. So last time you were on the show, I didn't really ask you much about this, but have you ever been, how many different states have you been to outside of Jersey? And I mean really outside of Jersey. I guess don't count like New York or anything like that, but like have you been to the South?
I've been to, well, let me knock out the North ones first. I've been to Vermont, I've been to Canada, I've been to Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, Georgia, Virginia, Florida, Louisiana, and Texas, and California.
I like
Matt's giggling over here. What?
I like how you include Canada into that list.
Oh yeah, right.
Canada is just one big American state.
They might as well be those little sons of bitches.
I thought Canada because I went there to see Niagara Falls, and it's on the border of New York. Right. So I went to both sides, and I was staying in Canada, and I just naturally said Canada because of Niagara Falls. My bad.
No, you're good, dude. It's funny. I just saw Matt giggling over there. I was like, "What is it?" And I was like, "Oh, I bet it's because he said Canada." When I went to Michigan with Matt with his family up in Michigan. Where was that place we went to that was the pier, Matt? Where it's like on this side were Michigan, and then right across the bay was Canada, and they had the Canadian flag. Do you know what I'm talking about? It was some bay we went to, but I think it was connected to the Great Lakes. But it was a borderline because his aunt was telling me about it. She was like, "Yeah, right here this is the United States." But she was like, across this bay, that's technically Canada right there. She's like, if you look, you can see the Canadian flag. And I was like, oh, snap. That's freaking awesome. And I was like, so let me ask this question. If I threw like, I don't know, a grenade or something, just if I used to play baseball, maybe I could get it over there, maybe not. But if I had a good enough arm to chunk like a grenade or something, would that be an act of war? Because it's the other country? Were they like, oh, they just threw an explosive over to our side from the United States. It's like right across the way here. That's an act of war. We're going to war with Canada. We win every time. I'm sorry, Canada. We definitely kick your ass in a war. Hey.
You're a savage.
I know, I'm terrible, man. So another thing, congratulations to Lucifer. Not only are you the fastest return guest out of any guest I've ever had since we've done the show, but also you're kicking off the new year 2022, our first episode for 2022, back from the holidays and starting off season 3 of the Wrestling Diaries. So Put another audience
Awesome.
reaction in here, Matt.
Thank you.
Throw the confetti everywhere. But yeah, that's good. Yeah, we actually took a little bit of a hiatus. The last thing we did, Matt did a spoken word. He did a rendition of The Night Before Christmas. He did a spoken word on that for the holidays. And then we didn't do anything during New Year's. It was like the first time we ever did not release content in a week. Like we've always been once a week with everything. But I was like, so much stuff's going on. I'm going out of state, holidays. So it's cool. Like,
Yeah.
Part of me would be like, oh, I can't believe we did this. We broke the cycle. We're good.
Yeah.
How's things coming with your show, man? I see this thing back here looks updated. Is it? It looks updated.
Yeah, it's not. It's no longer my painting.
Right. It's
now
actually
an actual vinyl.
It looks good. It looks real good.
Yeah.
Smooth. Yeah. Me and Matt were talking about it when you went to go. Whoever was knocking or whatever. Yeah, it looks good. I like it. How's that coming along?
Thanks.
I see that you do movie reviews now on your show.
Yeah. So my show, because I haven't been able to do interviews because of the pandemic, I've been very picky about who I want on my show after a couple of dramas, some drama that happened before. Yeah. But people who I've been wanting on my show have been canceling on me, so I haven't had anyone to interview. So I did the other part of my show that I always wanted to do, which was movie reviews and reactions to other people's videos, to try not to laugh challenges, to kind of show more of my personality, my opinions about things, since I'm kind of like a one-man show right now.
Yeah.
So the show's been doing really well. Once I started doing videos every day, I release video every day, content every day. So that has skyrocketed my subscriber growth every month.
Nice.
As well as my views. I've invested some money into like getting my videos seen like through ads, but like I paid someone else to do it.
Okay.
But now like that person's kind of getting weird. So like I'm gonna try to see if I can learn how to do it myself, where like I advertise my own
At some point,
videos.
I'd like to get you contacted up with the marketing people that I'm trying to partner up with here in Birmingham, because they work nationally, and I think they even do international because they're growing. They initially were just based, they just did marketing and stuff like that for Birmingham here in Alabama, but now they've ventured out because like they do business with people in Chicago and out on the West Coast and the East Coast and stuff like that. So yeah, at some point I could probably hook you up with their like social media marketing department, and they could probably also, I don't know, help you out or something.
Yeah, because I've been doing everything myself, and I find it very annoying because, I have my son sometimes every week, and like I'm not really a social media person.
Right.
Like I go on social media, but I'm not one to be posting all the time.
Yeah.
So it's very hard for me to do that aspect of my show, but it still works out, I guess, because I was not really doing much since the last time we had an interview when we talked. After that, I started trying to be more consistent, releasing one video a week. Not completely consistent, but then towards the end of November to December, I decided to start doing like putting out extra videos here and there, and it actually made my views go up and more subscribers. I started getting more subscribers out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I basically went 11 plus subscribers in 28 days.
Nice.
Because of the extra content that I was putting out.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, get back into interviewing. I'm still figuring that out. Also, I'm gonna get into doing comedy skits on my show.
Nice.
And I've made a second channel that's gonna be called Spliff Gaming Movies.
Okay.
So SGM is gonna be morely focused on the movies and the gaming content, and also when I get a system, playthroughs, because I like playing games and like recording myself playing those games and talking about them.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah, that's nice, dude. That sounds like a hell of a plan. Also, I was gonna say with your guest thing, a way you can deal with that, with you guys are dealing with major lockdowns and another wave of COVID stuff, you just do remote stuff like what we're doing now. You could do that.
Yeah, Zooming is a good idea. It's just some of the people that I wanted to interview, they're not tech savvy.
Ah, I see.
So I try to do it in person since they live in Jersey.
Yeah.
But now that people have been canceling, I'm going to change my direction. In fact, I'm going to start going out more to the city, talking to random people like you.
Yeah, that's
But I'm going to go to specific areas where I'll find people that would be interesting to talk to and show off on my show.
Hell yeah, dude, that's a great idea. Yeah, the doing street interview thing is genius because people like seeing that. It's also short form. Now, a lot of people are gonna not initially, right, until you build your brand and people really know what you're all about and blah blah blah. A lot of people, a big bulk of people are going to sit through like an hour long, 30-minute, hour long like conversation like we're having now, but they will sit through like at least a minute, 2-minute thing if somebody just like talking to some random person on the street. Like people like that. That's why the news is a thing. And that's why interviews, street interviews, and anything is people watch that short form of media, of broadcasting. And if you're entertaining and you can talk well to people and people will pick that up. And it's great because it also brings in more guests. Like me doing the street interviews, I've gotten like a lot more guests locally, like random strangers emailing me to come on the show. And that's a great way to expand, expand your repertoire. So, hell yeah, man. And you live in Jersey, so you've got a lot of eccentric characters just like I do. I got the Southern people and you got the Northern East Coast people.
Yeah. However, it's just become more difficult because in order for me to go to New York City, I have to abide by their rules, like wear a mask. I can't even go inside anywhere because they're not allowing anyone who's not vaccinated to stay indoors in restaurants or, public places. Like they're very anal right now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to aim more towards Jersey City, the city that I live in, since they have like an actual downtown area. I'm just going to go there.
Yeah. Or go to the Jersey Shore, man, and get some of these Guidos. Right, fist bump boy.
Once I get another car, I'm without vehicle right now, so I have to do everything by foot or bus.
Fist bump, man. You got to beat that beat up. So you start right here, and you go up. You got to beat the beat up. Boom, Jersey Shore, Jersey Shore. Beat the beat up.
I never liked that show.
Me either. I had a guy from Jersey on the show, like the last interview I conducted in the studio. This gentleman, Tim Adams, shout out, buddy. Thanks again for hooking me up with your production person, blah, 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 if you listen to the episode. But Tim is from New Jersey, and we were talking about it. He's like, yeah, we hate those kind of people here. We call them bennies because they just come for the benefit of the shore. They just come for the benefit. I'm really giving him a much thicker Jersey accent than he has. But yeah, he's like, we call them bennies. Just for the benefit. None of them are really from Jersey anyways. They're from like Long Island and Staten Island and stuff like that. They're not even from around the general Jersey area. But he was talking about that. And dude, real funny story real quick. When I worked at the doctor's office, I don't know if I've told you this before. Forgive me for the redundance. I don't think I have told you this though. But about the story about the Jersey girl that came in. She was a patient for the doctor. And then
No.
So I do a character. I play a character called Hot Tony. And he talks like this right here. And he's like, hey. And how I do the character is like I wear a wife beat and I have my hair slicked back like a mafioso. And I wear my aviators. And I'm like, hey, what up? What do you want to do, gal? What do you want to, you like what you see here? You like this? You like my muscles? What do you want? You want to do something? Hot damn. Hot Tony. I'll hit you with a move, girl. Boom. The move. Hot Tony. And so that's the shtick, man. And when I worked at the doctor's office, what?
You should do that. You should do that in TikTok, bro.
I will. It's funny you're bringing that up because I was talking to somebody the other day about the characters I do and about how I could do like a vine of TikTok videos with these characters, especially that one. But anyways, I would do them at like the office and like the doctor and everybody else would get a kick out of it. So this girl came in, she was from Jersey and she had just a really thick like accent, like a really thick Jersey accent. Like she talked like this right here. And she was like, "Oh, hey, yeah, I'm coming in here to see the doctor." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, you're not from around here, obviously." She was like, "You don't sound like you're from around here either. You don't have like that like southern like drawl they say that you talk where you're like, hey y'all and all that." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't." And she was like, "Yeah, I'm from She told me the part of Jersey she was from. I don't remember, but she was in there. And I was like, it's funny. I do a character. This is just a random stranger I just met. She was a patient coming in to see the doctor. And I was like, hey, you want to see something funny? I do this character. And she was like, character? Like, what do you mean a character? Like, oh, like you're pretending and stuff? And I was like, yeah. And his name's Hot Tony. And he's from Jersey and he works out and he's always like, he's trying to be like a player and stuff. And she's like, oh my God, please show me that. That would be so funny. And so like I walked back out of the room, I slicked my hair back real quick, and I just threw my aviators on, and I unbuttoned. I had like a button up, so I unbuttoned it a little bit, and I came back in, and I was like, "Hey, yeah." I had her chart, and I was like, "Hey, Susie." I don't remember what her name was. "Hey, Susie, you coming in here to see the doctor, huh? Well, instead you're gonna see Hot Tony, and I hit you with that move. That'll heal you up, girl. Boom, I'm gonna hit you with a move, Hot Tony." And then she goes, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God." Like, oh my God, that is so cute. You was so cute. You was so cute. She's like, his was so funny too, because you already like had a kind of like an olive complexion and the dark hair. So you already kind of look like you could be like Guido-ish. Like you have a little Italian in you or something like that. And so like if you came up to Jersey, like all the gals, they would be all over you because you're really cute. And then they would think you was like so cute and funny. But then like the boys, they would like want to fight you because they would, if they knew you was fronting. And I was like, hey, they're gonna fight me. I hit him with a move. Boom. Hot Tony. Yeah, I'll never forget that, man, for like the rest of my life. But yeah, we actually exchanged contacts, but I lost her email or whatever through the years. But yeah, I periodically think of that when I think of you because you're in Jersey, and I think of I can't believe I've never did the Hot Tony character for you now. But hey, there you go, sir. We're doing all kinds of characterizations on the show. You imitated Dunya, imitated me, imitating me, and then did Hot Tony. Perfect. So what else is going on, man? How's the apartment still holding up?
Well, I've been I bought myself two carpets, some nice carpets.
Oh yeah,
and yeah, because my apartment gets cold because I'm on the top floor, so my windows they let breezes in, so
yeah,
it's freezing. But I just been mostly alone, bro. Just like every day, posting videos, coming up with ideas, things that I want to talk about. Right now, I've been doing videos covering this dude called Kevin Samuels.
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard of Kevin Samuels?
I have not.
He's like a personal coach for like relationships. And he talks a lot about marriage, high value man, the simps, females, and like how opinionated they are.
Mm-hmm.
Things about like that there's a certain time frame to get married and have kids, to get what you want, things like that. Like it goes into a lot of things. But I like talking about those type of stuff, like relationship stuff, because I'll be here so lonely,
Mm-hmm.
I even gave up on online dating. Like I didn't even.
Oh wow! I didn't even know you were doing that anyway.
Yeah, I was trying to do some online dating since I'm stuck home. So like I tried Tinder, I tried Hinge, I even tried this new one with the pattern that's more of astrology,
mm-hmm.
right? So this is my review of these online apps, right? So Tinder obviously is like for hookups,
right? It is,
but like if you don't have like the right pictures or like the right, I don't know, attraction that a girl will like, you never get picked. You'll barely get any matches, right? And I'm not really good at like expressing myself or like knowing what pictures. I don't take pictures of myself all the time, so like I have like old pictures. So like I had the kind of like the same profile for all of them. Hinge is like Hinge. I ran into mad prostitutes, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, like a lot of girls will be like, "Oh, add me on Snap," and I'll add them on Snap, thinking that we're gonna have a conversation.
Yeah.
And no, she's fucking like, so like, what do you want? Like, these are my prices. I'm like,
Whoa.
what? I'm like, do you even live in Jersey? Like, like, what are these prices for? Just pictures, or like, you're actually gonna like travel to my house? Like, like, how
Whoa.
does this work? But I didn't even bother. Like, I would just like delete them, so I get rid of them, and then I just like I got to a point where like I got so tired of like being picky, like swiping left and right,
Uh-huh.
that I just started swiping yes, like
Yes, 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 yes.
just like yes, and then I'll just sort them out later. Whoever likes me, I'll decide then.
Interesting. There it is, folks. If you're listening to this and you want to know how to navigate through Tinder, that's how you do it. 101.
Bro, I didn't get no matches. I didn't get matches on Tinder. The matches on Hinge, like I said, were mostly prostitutes. On Facebook dating, I even tried Facebook dating. On Facebook dating, I actually got the most matches. One girl I still talk to like every blue moon, but like I don't know if it's going anywhere.
Mm.
And then another girl I actually, got laid from, but she turned out to be a mess. So it's like,
wow.
bad, but it's not, they're like sevens. They're not eights and aboves, they're like sevens and below. Those are the matches that I was getting. So it's like, you get to a point when you go a long time without some punani, and like, you gotta settle for something.
Yeah, I feel like there's some like feminist like watching this episode right now, and she's like just throwing her curling iron at the screen. She's like, that misogynist.
Nah, chill. I'm a gentleman. I'm very honest with the girls that I'm with.
How dare you put labels on us?
You know what it is.
7.
And I'm just being honest, because like right now online dating really sucks. Like, you can't even and then when you match, sometimes when you match with girls, like I actually got into points where I actually talked to a girl over the phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll hit off an awesome conversation. We'll talk for like 2 hours. And I'm thinking, oh, we finally like have a connection. And maybe this girl lives in Canada, but it, like, who knows? Maybe it's true love, right? Because of the stuff we spoke about. And then like, all of a sudden she disappears. She doesn't answer your texts. She don't answer your calls. She's gone. She's like, damn, she found somebody else. She matched with someone else, had a better conversation. Maybe they spoke for like 4 hours instead of 2.
Yeah. Wow. One thing I'm going to say, just I guess subject changing off of that, but listening to you and talking to you now, and I told you this the last time you were on the episode, but I felt like you were a little bit more healthier than the time I talked to you before when it was just us on the phone. And now you seem even healthier and happier than the last time you were on the show before now. Like, you seem really good.
Why?
Like, you look good. You've got a better energy. You're higher up than you were. You were like, the first time I talked to you, you were pretty low, and then you got higher, like mid-level, and now you're doing really well. Like, I would never think you were dealing with some of the things that you were dealing with, but you seem like you're in a pretty good place right now.
I appreciate it.
Is that accurate though?
Yeah, it's very accurate. And I'm glad that you noticed, because since I'm alone, nobody really notices my progress.
Yeah. Yeah, you seem a lot happier, dude. I don't know, whatever you're doing, like, you keep doing it.
Honestly, I've been doing a lot of self-acceptance.
Okay. Yeah.
Because so after we spoke, I was still seeing my therapist, but then from like November, the beginning of November towards the end of December, I didn't speak to my therapist not once because she was sick.
Mm-hmm.
And I started cutting off my friends and distancing myself from them because they didn't have my best interest in mind. They all seemed very selfish, because my friends live in Jersey, but they don't seem to ever have the time to actually come here and spend time with me, or invest time or support into what I'm doing with my show, with myself, with my mental health.
Yeah.
So it got to a point where like I'm here by myself every day. doing my show, trying my best to keep my sanity, smoking a box of cigarettes every day, and then like crying during movies, bro. Like I'll be watching an action movie, or it doesn't matter what kind of movie.
Oh, wow.
If it has a little bit of love in it, I'll start tearing up, bro.
Oh, wow.
Like if it's about daddy issues or mommy issues, like all the I've gone through in my life, like I'll just start crying, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, why can't I just enjoy this movie without tearing up?
Yeah.
And like, I realized that I had to accept that right now in my life, there's no one who is going to be there for me as much as I can be there for me.
Right.
Right. Because when no one's there, I'm the voice in my head that's telling me to keep going, to do this, do that, to, you know, go ahead and cry and then like get over it. You know, like I end up doing a lot of self-talk, and it's stuff that I've been trained for, like that I trained myself for a lot of years. But people don't understand that when you've gone through a lot of trauma, even when you go through changes in life where you had your ups and you've read books and you've gotten help and you've sought therapy, there are still going to be moments where all of that is going to be stripped away from you, and you're going to face a version of yourself, and you're going to really ask yourself, like, do you really love yourself? Like, do you love yourself enough to be comfortable with yourself every single day, and it's okay for you to be happy and laugh by yourself?
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I realized that in my case, I've been doing it all my life, being alone. It's nothing new. And all I'm really sad about is the fact that I can't have what I want because I invested so much time and money into people who I thought were worth it and end up being not worth it. And I learned from it. And all I can do now is take that lesson and now take my life into a different direction. And I'll find new people. You know, there's a saying, when old people leave, it's making room for new people to come. Right? So through that acceptance, all of a sudden I started smoking less cigarettes, started being more productive. I started doing more positive and re-encouraging talk with myself, using all of my skills and all of the things I've learned over the years to really step up my game. And then out of nowhere, I ended up quitting cigarettes. I've been 2 weeks and a half without smoking a cigarette.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
So I'm
Congrats.
very happy. I'm very happy that I've quit completely. And at the same time, I've also developed a strength that no one could give me but me. Because loneliness is a strength if you make it so. Because when you when you invest in yourself, time in yourself to actually develop skills where you really don't need people, it gives you a certain kind of empowerment where, like, you know, you could do anything and you'll be fine and you can keep going. You know, it makes you feel like you're ready for anything. I don't know. That's just my point of view.
Wow. That was amazing, dude. And that's a hell of an answer for your healthier, happier persona that you're exuding out here for us. I'm not even gonna ask you what you wrestle with, bro. I mean, that's a wrap.
I mean, I still wrestle, bro. Like people, I mean, I may be at a high, I may seem like I'm better and all this stuff, and I am. However, people have to understand that depression and trauma are things that never really leave you.
Right.
They're always there. They're always there because they already had a hold of you at points in your life. And you are always going to be your own worst enemy. And when you're a person that's very aware of people's emotions, aware of their energies, aware of their whereabouts, whatever, you're sensitive, you're vulnerable all the time. And people have a problem showing that vulnerability. And that's the thing. You have to learn to be comfortable doing that. It's the best way for you to be the best version of yourself, is to be truthful with what you want be truthful with what you want to be vulnerable with, and know that things are never easier or worse. Things are just things, and how you react to them matters a lot. There's a saying that I used to tell myself a lot, and it's not it's not what happens to you or the situation that really defines you. What defines you is how you react to it, what you decide to do after, that defines you. You know, your actions, all the things that you do to yourself and to others is what's eventually going to define you in the end. All those choices that you make. Like when I made the choice to smoke cigarettes, I knew that there was a part of me that didn't care if I died from it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that I had to face. Why? Why am I not afraid of dying from this? Do I not care about my health? How do I expect people to care about me if I don't care about me?
Right. Wow. Damn, dude. That was good. That was deep. That's a hell of a way to end the show, Lucifer. And I didn't even, you also, here's another thing. Here's another record you broke. First time I never asked somebody, well, actually, I guess, no, that's not true. Was it the first episode I didn't ask the tagline question, what do you wrestle with? But I didn't need to. I feel like you've came back on the show in such close proximity to your last episode. So people really need to, if they listen or watch this episode, they need to go back and listen to your first episode and then listen to this one because they all tie in together. But I didn't even need to ask because, I mean, boom. That's it. Mwah. He hit us with the move. Boom. It's done.
I hit you with the move.
Thanks for coming on the show today, man. Not just to replace Dunya, but also just to come on and chat and show that you're doing well and, you know, shoot the breeze with me. It's always fun hooking up with you, man.
Yeah, bro, I appreciate you. I wanted to come just because I wanted to talk to you.
Yeah. And when you sent me that message, I was like, oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. 100%. Because initially I was like, oh, she's canceling. Oh, okay, whatever. I'll just sleep in the day. I'll have a lazy Sunday. And then you hit me with a message and I was like, oh, but I'll get out of my PJ. Actually, I didn't get out of my PJs. I'm wearing my sweatpants right now. I got my hoodie on. I didn't even dress up or any of that stuff. I was like, all right, I'm going to go talk to my boy. Shoot the breeze for a bit. Tell people how they can find you and how they can check out Spliff Talk and all the other cool things you have on the horizon, man. Plug in.
Yeah, I'll send you the link so you can put them at the bottom of the video.
Okay.
But yeah, I have Spliff Talk, and then I have my Instagram as well. I'm not really on my Instagram. I'm mostly on YouTube. So if you just find me on YouTube, Spliff Talk, you'll see everything I have to offer.
Excellent. Appreciate you, bro. Always good seeing you.
Thank you, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dunya, I hope you listen to this whole episode. If you did, I'm going to quiz you. Dunya Rumbutts. When you come on the show, I'm going to quiz you about this episode with Lucifer because he filled in for you. And I'm going to quiz you everything he said. What's that?
You know what you should do?
What?
You should make her role play as me when she comes on the show.
It's done. Done deal. You're going to role play as Lucifer when we come on the show, lady. Darling. Ladies and gentlemen, check us out on Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast. I just messed that up, Matt. I go Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Radio Public, and a host of other platforms that have podcasts for The Wrestling Diaries. Leave us a review. It helps us show up in online searches for things about emotional health or self-help. That's the titles we're under. Go to YouTube for the video content. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell for more content we release once a week. Usually we miss last week, but generally once a week. And piggybacking on the stuff about Lucifer was talking about, like, what's your self-talk like? What do you say to yourself? And is it healthy or is it negating to your progress? What can you do for progress? How can you accept who you are and be happy and try to move forward and be more healthy? Like, what does that look like? What are you dealing with in your life? Did anything that Lucifer say resonate with you? Because a lot of people, we have these chambers that we stay chained inside of. And sometimes it's best to turn those shackles into, I don't know, potpourri and make the place smell nicer. It's a weird analogy, I know, but what I'm saying is like, if you have a lot of time to spend alone, how constructive are you? Do you do things that help you progress or degress? And if they're degressing, maybe you should look into more healthy attributes. Lucifer uses a lot of other tools. He also has mentors. He has people that he looks up to. Do you have somebody like that in your life? And if you don't, maybe you should. I don't know. I'm not a professional. I always say this. It's important. I'm not a professional. But people's emotional health is a wide spectrum of things. And how do you handle yours? Very important. Food for thought, sleep on it, drink on it, eat on it, think on it. What do you wrestle with and how can you beat it? One love.